Okay, so hi everybody, and welcome to the course. It's fantastic to be starting with you. So this is just a short video going through some of the administrative aspects of this course, how it's going to run, and things like this, and then we can get into the actual optimization soon. So here come the slides. So welcome. So I'm Lewis. I'm the lecturer for the course and the course coordinator. I've taught this course once before. And it's a really fun course. It's a sort of a traditional applied maths course in the sense that it talks about optimization from a sort of mathematical fundamental perspective. But we talk about some applications in some modern things like machine learning and artificial intelligence and a few different applied areas as well. So it's a good mix. So that's my website there. And you can check out some of the stuff that I'm interested in. Okay, so let's see. So where you can find me is in room 648, where I am now, in Incarnate Wardley. Nice office. You can come and find me there on Fridays in my consultation. The other thing that you need to know on this slide is who the course tutor is. So many of you will get to meet Cameron Cornell, who's an alum of this course. And he's a really nice person to be the tutor and to be a sort of counterpoint to the stuff that you're going to otherwise hear from me, sort of my view of the optimization world. Here's the most important slide for you to take in. So where do you need to be and when? So this is how the course is going to run. So this is a flipped classroom sort of course, which means there'll be pre-reading and pre-watching and a pre-quiz for you to do. So videos and quizzes and some readings that will appear each week on my uni. They'll go up on Sunday evening. You'll work through that stuff throughout the week, sort of at your own pace, before a workshop on Friday afternoon. So Friday at 1 p.m. We'll have an in-person workshop. I'll put up a Zoom version of it. You'll find the link on my uni. But before those workshops, I want you to come along prepared. So there'll be reading of the course notes to do every week. Topic videos, short topic videos, 10 to 20 minutes, 3 to 4 of those and a quiz for you to do before each session. And the idea of that is that you can come along prepared for the workshop so that you can ask questions and we can have a bit of interaction and sort of go over the material. Also, things like discussion forums and Piazza will be available through the week for you to ask questions in preparation for the workshop. The other main thing that you'll have are 6 tutorials, which will happen in even numbered weeks. And so these will be like whiteboard. These will be whiteboard tutorials, so face-to-face. So every fortnight, in even numbered weeks, you'll have a tutorial as well that covers the material from the past 2 weeks. And then in alternating weeks, we're going to have a series of optional Python labs. So, most of the coding in the course is in MATLAB because that's what everybody knows. But I like to teach a parallel stream where we learn how to do a little bit of optimization in Python. So these are optional. I'm not going to assess you on Python. I just want to expose you to a new programming language and how you might do optimization in that and give you a bit of a taste of what the sort of state of the art is in optimization programming. So they'll start in week 3. We'll start from Hello World. So I'm not going to assume you know any Python and they'll just kind of be for fun and to give you a different perspective on the course. Okay. So the course materials, so they'll come up on my uni, so where you're seeing this video, the way that it's set up is we'll have a page for each week. So that'll describe what you need to do each week, and so that'll lay out the topics for the week. It will direct you to a section of the notes to read. These have been gappy notes in the past, but I've just given you everything this year, and you just work through it yourself. There'll be quizzes, the quiz on that page as well, the videos that you need to watch, and assignments and everything else we put on my uni as well, of course, and links to other stuff that I find useful. Okay, how are you going to get assessed? So this assessment has changed slightly over the years. So firstly, as an enticement for you to come along and engage in tutorials, we'll give you 5% for that. So everybody should get 5%. For the course because it's a pretty low bar to come along and interact in the tutorials. 5% for each assignment, a standard thing. The other thing, that everybody should get the marks for are quizzes. So the weekly quizzes that you'll do before each workshop will be 10% for all of those. As will be on an upcoming slide. These quizzes are meant to be formative, so you get as many attempts to do these quizzes as you want. I'll also drop your 5 lowest marks on the quizzes throughout the semester. So you should be able to pick up 10% on the quizzes. So there's 15 marks that you should be able to get straight away. At the end of semester, in week 13, or in the swap week, depending on how many days we lose and how much we need to catch up, we'll have an online test. So that'll be a multiple choice, numerical answer type test. Before is preparation for the final exam, which will be more on problem solving and mathematical writing and things, a traditional exam, which is 40%. So lower than these things used to be. It's still a bit of a barrier. Everything gets submitted through my uni. I follow a standard assignment sort of lateness policy, which is that if you're up to 24 hours late submitting the assignment, you'll lose 20% of the marks, and you won't be able to submit after that. So make sure you are not more than a day late with assignments, otherwise the submit button will just disappear. The submit button will also disappear for quizzes as soon as they're due, which is right before our workshops. So do the quizzes on time. I also don't want to enter into like doing extensions and things or exemptions for quizzes. So we just drop the 5 lowest quiz marks. Usual policies for assignment, extensions and exemptions. If you need a 24-hour extension, then email me, apply for an extension. Otherwise, apply for an exemption from the assignment with a medical certificate and that usual sort of thing. But please contact me early. Okay, quick slide on academic integrity. There's a policy that you can read and you should be aware of. My take on this is essentially that I'll do my due diligence to make sure that people are not using illegal websites and things like this. I'll monitor the internet. I'll be very happy to punish cases of plagiarism and things like this. But you will be able to do better than me at figuring out ways around this. I can't monitor everything. So yeah, for me to be able to pretend that I can catch every case of plagiarism is not realistic. The point is, though, that the assignments there to help you. It's sort of naff to say, but if you cheat on the assignment, you're cheating yourself because you're not learning stuff and you'll fail later on. The exam will be hard and it will be related to the assignments. So, doing the assignments will pay dividends in getting to pass the exam later on. That's it. Don't let other people copy your work as well, of course. Let's get off that because I know you're going to do that. Okay, how do the lectures, the title here, lectures, we don't really have lectures. So this is a flipped classroom course, as I said up front, which means that there are not lectures as such. There are topic videos, short topic videos for you to watch on demand in your own time, and notes for you to read, and quizzes for you to do to prepare for workshops. So what I want you to do is to read the material and do the quizzes before our workshop, or before consultation on Friday morning if you want to ask questions then. But I really want you to do that stuff before the workshop and then come along to our sessions with questions. And that is the idea. If people don't have questions, I'll assume that everything's understood, and we'll do something different. So the responsibility is kind of on you to ask questions, to pose questions either in our workshops or before workshops, so that we can have a discussion about them. We'll get the hang of this as we go along. So yeah, I don't expect you to understand everything as you watch these videos and do the quizzes and read the notes throughout the week. That's not the point of this stuff. This is not a course where it's just your responsibility to learn everything. I want you to get some familiarity with this and then come along to our in-person sessions with questions. So how can you ask those questions? Well, just email them to me. better still put them on Piazza or on the discussion forum, and then everybody can see them before our workshop. You can also submit anonymously there. But please ask questions, and that will build the most useful workshop at the end of the week to cover off and extend the discussion from the stuff that we've covered in the notes and in the videos throughout the week. So I'll go through some key points from the notes, and I'll take questions. I'll extend. I'll ask. I'll put some questions back to you about the notes and extend the material in some directions and get you to do some active stuff in our workshops. But I'll assume that if you're not asking questions about things that I don't have to cover, I don't have to talk about those things. That's about it. That's the end. So the moral of this is essentially watch the videos, read the notes, do the quizzes throughout the week. That's your weekly sort of pattern of behavior, and then come to our workshops and tutorials. Do the tutorial questions as well if it's our week. And then come to our workshops with your questions and ready to discuss the material, and we'll have a good time. We'll have a good discussion in that hour. So that's about it. So the next, you can head on to the next video now, which kicks off the course for real and starts to talk about optimization and overview of the material in the course as a whole. And then gets us into our first topic, which is direct search algorithms. See you soon.